Welcome back. Get your asses in the seats. Turn your radio up, your iPhone up, your earbuds up, because we coming through the speakers. This week we got another great episode. Today we're going to be talking about, do relationships need conflict to thrive? Also, should Squatter'S be eliminated altogether? We're going to get into it right after this.
There's only two possibilities.
These niggas that hurt me. I can't give a bitch a quickie off for 30. I can't go and cuss her out because she curved me. I can't say this shit again because she hurt me. I can't see my niggas starving. Hard for me to treat her like she treasure if she garbage. I can't never get ignored and keep on calling. Most that I could do to tell the truth is keep on falling. Dreaming in the latest of designer on. Bitches barely wanna fuck me with a condom on. I can hardly keep them on me, but they got me on. They try to play me when I pass them that Obama phone, yo. I can't let these niggas pass me. Knowing it's the money, I can't let these bitches gas me. What you being bougie, bitch, excuse me, what you ask me? Where the fuck was you when my back room was looking nasty?
Welcome, folks. Welcome, people. We here. It's been another week, you know. This is Two Possibilities Podcast. I forgot the intro, but shit, I'm gonna hit you with it right now. Two Possibilities Podcast, where there can only be what? Two possibilities. You can either go to heaven or you could go to
hell.
You could go to Yale or you could go to
jail.
Your girl could be a hoe or she could be
wholesome.
She could be both for me. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck me like a slut. But yes, y'all, it's your co-host. It's Uncle Rickie in the building, man. On my left, who I got with me?
You got Raw, TP Raw. Don't call me Raw for no reason.
And to my right,
HeemDaddy. Please say the daddy.
Please say the motherfucking daddy, y'all. We is here another good week. Weather breaking. It's getting a little chilly the fuck outside.
My type of weather right here. I love this shit.
Hoodie weather, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me too, man. How y'all doing today?
I'm all over the place, like Terry off of BMF and shit.
That's foul. Like Stevie Wonder. It's like, no, I ain't even gonna do all that.
We cancel.
Stevie blind, bro.
Yo, it's a video. I'm a
wait, no, I seen it when he catch the mic.
Catch the mic, ain't no way, dog.
And ain't nobody say that mic was falling or nothing,
bro.
He filmed it. Just like that.
I'm about to get the fuck up out of here.
Who's talking shit? Your shit start falling?
Stevie about to fuck
I'm about to
y'all.
say, Stevie ain't dead. What kind of ghost is that?
I'm sorry, Stevie. You blind.
He said, I apologize.
You blind, cuz.
No, what's going on with you, though, Heem? How your week been?
All good. I'm tired of y'all niggas. For real.
Damn.
I'm tired of y'all niggas telling me I'm a re-nigger. So I'm feeling I'm
oh shit! The nigga got the hat on.
I'm hot right now. But next
he's nervous in the motherfucker right now.
Everybody get your jokes in now because the hat going down for the rest of the podcast.
I thought I see some extra sweat.
he got the Beijing and he know his hair ain't even that dark.
It is that. No, it is. I had to put the do-rag when I had to lay the
hair down.
Lay the hair down. Exactly. I'm tweeting real.
Foundation.
Fans, if y'all didn't know, I bet at him that the Sixers wasn't going to win the NBA championship, and he thought they were. They didn't even make it to the championship.
We didn't make it.
So now that nigga had to show y'all his hairline. It's a little crispy. You did that yourself?
I cut my own hair because I can't afford it. I don't have enough hair to get to the barbershop. So that's $20 a week.
Okay, Kanye.
Real shit. I'm really Kanye.
Before Kanye was Kanye, huh?
Heem Scissorhands.
What's up? How you feeling, bro?
Me, I'm chilling, man. I've had, speaking of the wedding, planning that shit is kind of stressful, but we done knocked all like the hard shit out, so everything's coming along. That's about it for me. It's work, wedding planning. Work, wedding planning for me.
You paying for everything, right?
Right, man. I thought the bride's father was. That's why I was so eager to get married. Turns out, nope, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I know how to still got that one out there that can come to, they wet and they just play that song like.
You know his name. I ain't gonna beep it out.
First of all, I'm licensed to carry. My girl licensed to carry.
Ain't no guns in church.
And every nigga that's beside me is licensed to carry. So
That's true.
that nigga coming there if he want. It go from a funeral to a wedding real quick. You know what I mean?
Bro, we're gonna be in church.
Is it a church?
Not the reception. The reception's not in church.
I'm not dancing with no gun on my head. I tried that once. That shit turned to guns in mimosas. Like,
Yeah, you can't pull that out. My grandma gonna be there.
grandma probably got hers.
Definitely do. So, but a lot been going on this week. You know, the trial, Rittenhouse trial.
Oh yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Yeah, the white guy.
I hate it already.
I hate the way that nigga was crying on stand, bro.
Right, why you crying like that? Cause now I don't mind him crying though, because like maybe he got PTSD. But why you crying like? Who cries like that?
That nigga
That's
got
how you know you're a
PTSD.
killer crying like that. Yeah.
You trying to get off and you ain't never cried before for shit in your life, and they be like, well, you gonna understand you gotta cry. Don't worry about it, I got it.
Right, like you should have told the nigga to practice crying first. You cry like my son when he wants some candy or
That
some
nigga
shit.
cried like he was giving birth. You know you gotta get the 3 breaths and hold 3. I'm like, nigga, if you don't get it the fuck out.
Get it together, cuz. Like, get it together.
Then you got the racist ass judge. I don't care what you say, the motherfucker racist.
Why you say you're racist?
How you going at the DA for the line of questioning and shit? Like, didn't tell he had certain shits that was going on. You're just a judge. Well, it's all over, but
Was the DA white? I mean black?
who?
The DA?
No.
I mean, why you say he's
No.
racist? I'm saying like,
His the way he was his demeanor and everything,
Mhm.
like maybe not racist. That probably was the wrong. No, he motherfucker racist. You know a racist when you see one. Fuck it, fuck it.
was Wisconsin? I think that's what's that? Is that the South?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that's the north.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like Midwest, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't stand that trial. Then so many black people were so invested in this. Turn something else on, y'all.
I see why I see why I wouldn't say the dumb. What's the ignorant black person would be invested in this because the white guys that's the victims were seemingly on the black side because they were at the trial. They were at the
march.
The Jacob. What was his name? Forgot that guy died in Wisconsin. I don't want to fuck his name up, but Jacob something Jacobs.
They was at a Black Lives Matter
march, and it was protesting the death of a black guy at the hands of the police. So I guess I see why black people would be on the side, but the niggas deserved it. If you look at the video, the nigga, I would have killed the niggas too. I ain't
This nigga traveled across state lines with a gun.
Oh, so you on them niggas side? You on them niggas side?
Whose side?
You on the nigga side, basically.
I'm on the nigga side, but like I said, I still don't give a fuck about
I mean,
the
he
case.
traveled straight lines with a gun. So what? He was there to protect the businesses and to curb
Ain't
some
nobody
protests.
fucking call him.
Nobody called, but they needed help. They needed to get help. I mean, obviously, like
National Guard was already there.
Fuck that nigga, though. He's handcuffed.
Real shit.
even if
like-
he was handcuffed, he didn't deserve to be fucking kicked in the head, beat with a skateboard, and have a pistol pulled out of him for what? He didn't deserve that, regardless of how he got there. Now we doing red herrings now. Regardless of how he got there with the gun, he didn't deserve that.
So regardless of how you got, why even be there in the first place? That wouldn't happen to you.
It's a free country. Why can't I come? Why can't I go anywhere I want to? You sound like the police. Why are you in this neighborhood, sir? Nigga, because I want to. Nigga, what the fuck? Do I deserve to be shot by the hands of you because I'm in the wrong neighborhood, according to you? No. Because he white, I guess. Niggas don't want to. Let's see that point.
I really don't know what happened. I'm ignorant to the whole situation, honestly.
Essentially, they were at a protest.
Okay.
Kyle Rittenhouse, 15 years old, he has a AR-15 on his AR-15 on him, protecting businesses.
Right. Okay?
Now, then some 3 guys who are a part of the protest, were opposing the fact that he was there protecting the businesses. They attack him.
He taunted them first.
I don't think he taunted them, but
don't nobody just attack motherfuckers just to attack people.
They did because one of them had connections to what's the group?
What? Antifa?
Yeah, one of them had connections to Antifa, which they do, and they do that. one of the guys died, and another guy basically pulled a pistol on him. Somebody pull a gun out on you, what you gonna do? You gonna protect yourself if you got a gun?
You got a gun out already too.
But he didn't have a gun pointing at nobody. He had a gun out.
If you ain't with us, you what? Against us.
So what the
fuck? So that gun ain't helping me. It must be aimed at me.
They attacked him, and black people. I'm sorry if you feel offended by this, but they attacked this young man named Keep on.
But anyway, today we got a good one, folks. Our first topic of discussion is: do relationships need conflicts to thrive?
Yes, they do.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, I'm sort of in the middle, so I can't wait to hear these ideas. To move me one way or the other. So let me. I ain't got no coin. Anybody want to volunteer to go first this week?
I'll go first. I never volunteer.
Ooh,
Okay.
shit. Hold on. Let me.
This acting different.
Real shit. This gonna be a good one.
Hey, yo! Hey, no. But for real, though, man, I don't feel as though we had to butt heads to really figure out where our relationship at. If our relationship's already on a cordial level, on a good level, like, we don't have to have conflict in order for us to go even on a better relationship, I never bumped heads with my mother, so it don't mean that, my mom any more or less than me because we never bumped heads. I never bumped heads with my certain cousins for real. That don't mean that, it's not a respect there or a level of that we don't have a good relationship because we never bumped heads. It's just that's our relationship. I'm not going to make us bump heads to see where our relationship goes from here. If me and my girlfriend have a good relationship, we don't have to go ahead and bump heads and see, oh yeah, you really is rocking for me because we bumped heads and now you stay by my side till we bump heads. No, like shit, we didn't bump heads. Like, let's not try to force a bump heads, a conflict.
You don't gotta force anything. A conflict is what breeds healthy relationships. You need to know kind of where a person stands when conflict happens. Like how do you argue? What's your real like? We all know like you say the real shit when you angry, or you say the real shit when you really feeling a certain way. We want to know how you really feel. All that good relationship having and shit at all times is not real. It's not how real relationships are bred. And honestly, if you never have an argument or a conflict, your relationship is always going to have that underlying like mystery of like how are you actually are going to be once the heat get on.
Let's get into it then.
I feel like the best type of relationship is the ones that actually communicate before a conflict even erupt. So if I'm going ahead, we communicate about everything under the sun. There's no reason. I'm not saying there's no reason for us to have an argument or conflict, but at the same token, when we communicate already, our relationship's already strong. We growing our relationship even more better because we just going ahead talking to each other. Yo, like, what's up with you? What's your whole type time? Like, you are and everything. And then we discuss, yo, you been on some nut shit. All right, tell me how I've been on some nut shit rather than us bottling it up. And then, we have a conflict because, we bottle shit up and then we talking out emotions. I don't know. Like, me and certain people, we never had no conflict to really test our relationship. I don't think our relationship any less because we didn't have no conflict.
I mean, but like, I get that, right? But like, at the end of the day, you need. What was your last? Was something you said that was like that fucked my head up? Like,
you went just now?
Yeah, just now. Like, go back, like 2 sentences. You probably forgot anyway. I just you don't gotta do it. I'm not gonna do that. But all right, basically, I feel like one, congratulations for crossing for becoming a crip. Congratulations.
Like, this is still from the gender reveal. I'm having a boy.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay,
you can say congrats again if you want.
Congratulations for becoming a crip. But I'm red. For having a boy. My fault.
Even the socks blue.
I will show y'all the drawers, but that's gay. Whoa. Just saying, I imagine we're here to tell sometimes.
But no, I do feel like, all right, at the end of the day, like the Bloods and the Crips, how can we actually breed any foundation? Like you and your girl, you saying you and your girl communicate. Like that's not really human. Like humans don't really communicate everything. Sometimes you bottle shit up because I don't know. Like if, for example, when you in a relationship and new in a relationship, you don't really like want to make the other person mad because you kind of feel like, you know what I mean, you don't want to push them away, but like as time goes on, you like as you get comfortable, you want to say how you really feel. Yeah, and then once you say how you really feel, that person's not going to like everything you say.
And that's why, because you assume that they're going to get pushed away. They just go and get pushed away because like you waited so long to even tell me this. You should have been told me this. And then you're going to tell them, I assume that you're going to get pushed away. That's why I didn't tell you right away. No, they want to just let you know right then and there. Like, that's like a lot of motherfuckers. Like, I just had a conversation with one of my coworkers. She said basically like why guys don't tell the truth about that they messing with other girls when we're in the talking stage. I don't care who you talk to. And I told them the same thing. You know, guys don't want to say that because I don't want to push you away. But that's not right. You know, we got to go ahead and tell somebody, yo, I'm messing with XYZ for real. That's why, you know, I want you to let you know now. So there's no conflict there ever else if anything ever pop up later on. You feel me? It's communication.
Yeah, communication is cool and all, but like I said, we are human. Like everybody's not going to be on your level of maturity. I mean, in a relationship. I mean, sometimes you need that conflict. Just to, I guess, see where somebody's staying. You know what I mean? You need to see where that other person is mentally when the heat is on. Like, you need to know, all right, this is when I know the truth is here, because you have nothing holding you back.
Well, I don't feel like I never had a conflict with you or Ricky for to see where we stand at.
I disagree. You see, because you're not a conflict. I mean, I don't know about you and Ricky. I can't speak on y'all. Maybe you can speak on that if y'all had a conflict. But okay. I feel like, one, y'all have conflicts every week. By the way,
that's really a conflict.
And I tell a nigga shut the fuck up. Yes, they are.
We definitely don't say shut the fuck up. Now with this thing on my head. On my head.
When y'all had multiple arguments here, like they got real heated.
That's a debate. It's not an argument.
But it be getting personal. That's a fact. Like, that's all actually real.
But that's brother shit.
That's brother shit. Like, that's real.
It's a debate. I probably get mad. I want to slap my side, but Ricky won't laugh. Like, he's not taking it serious. You feel me? It sometimes be vice versa.
You may not have seen this as a conflict.
Be who?
You said what?
I love it, bro.
Yeah, nigga, let it
go. Honestly, I missed the word because I was like, I don't even know what he said.
I don't even know how to say the word right now.
That's why I'm not going to correct myself. He tried to say?
He tried to say vice versa.
Nigga, that's two.
Exactly, bro. He made that bitch one.
Yo, you killing me, cuz.
First of all, I think I said some bullshit. I'm hungry. I said vice versa.
You said rice. You want some rice, nigga. You hungry, nigga.
Go ahead, what conflict do we had? Come on, let's use examples. What conflict did me and you had?
I feel like me and you had. All right, you might not see this as a conflict. I think we had two conflicts.
What's the conflict?
The first one.
If it's a real conflict that you feel as though like it shouldn't be on the air, let's beep it out.
Okay, that's no problem.
We're not beeping shit out. The fans said we real to these fans. We ain't beeping shit out.
Right.
Well, let's talk about that. You gotta get married soon. I'm still trying to be the best man, so I'm cool. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm getting married regardless.
I'll be yelling in the
whether
fans'
you
ears.
or not.
Whether she find out some new shit or not, listen, like
I'm a male son, man. She don't know some shit. If I ain't at the way, nobody at the way.
Right.
I've been honest.
Mm-hmm. Are you honest? We're not going.
You may know. Let's go get you now.
I'm gonna say, hold on. Whoa, that's why I'm the mediator.
That's why you're the mediator, right?
Let's get back to the topic.
All right, let's get back.
All right, but let me ask y'all both something since I'm mediating. Do you think, I understand what you said, sometimes somebody needs to fall out, but like, do you think sometimes, like, when you fall out, even though when people are mad, sometimes they do say the truth, but sometimes people just be mad enough and they tell a lie.
Like, what you mean?
Like, let's say, perfect example, matter of fact, like you fall out with your bitch, you might, that's why your dick little, but your dick not little though. But you see how people just say shit in the middle of the heat of the moment, and sometimes
I think that's different from what I'm saying though. I think that's part of the conflict. That's not part of the conflict. You know what I mean? That's not part of that's
part of the conflict.
That's the like
right, but I'm just saying
that's the residual effects of it. That's like the residual effects of the conflict. That's like you getting personal because of after the conflict. I'm saying the actual conflict.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
yeah,
that's an effect of it. Like you get mad because of what I said, and then what you know what I mean?
And then you mouth off.
And then you say some nut shit like that. But I feel like the conflict is like when the argument, the actual argument. And I think if you're able to get past that part of the argument, then that makes your relationship stronger, because now you know, like I talk to you crazy or you talk to me crazy, and we got to pass that, and then we really want to be with each other, and we're prepared for the next one, because it's going to happen regardless. Like,
because people disagree. Eventually,
like you and your girl, you ain't never have a big conflict?
Yeah, me and my girl do. Every relationship gonna have like a little conflict. But I'm saying like we saying every relationship. So I'm saying like friendships. Friendships. We never had an argument or conflict.
You say we didn't, but we did though.
I told you. Give me an example, bro.
Oh yeah, but
come on, we gotta have a conflict now.
Exactly. One, we have conflicts every week on this shit. But anyway, but you may not see it as big, Joe. I'm not saying it gotta be big, but like when we was in 9th grade, right? That was a big conflict.
What?
Like when we. All right, we played basketball and I beat you, but you was hacking me. So then you I guess you kind of scored a little. You know, something happened. And I left mad with my white beater on, sweating because you cheated during the game, and that was
a conflict for yourself.
It looked like he won. It looked like he won
on the score table. I cooked him.
He didn't cook me. It looked like he won.
I won,
but he was fouling heavy. He didn't know how to play. He don't know how to play basketball because he was fouling. Okay. He was hacking. And I was playing fair. I was playing real basketball.
Why you ain't calling your fouls?
Oh, because I'm not
real niggas don't call fouls.
All right,
that's why you lost.
Because he wasn't in his hood. If he called his fouls, then he won't make it back home.
But even if it's my conflict, I'm saying I was I was even if you didn't see it as a conflict, a one-sided conflict, it was still a conflict.
But that's where you go ahead and base our relationship off. All right, we got past that conflict. Then I feel as though like no, like this is a real friendship right here. But I didn't ever see it as a conflict. So it was like I still always valued our friendship. I never thought it was a conflict. I never looked at it as an issue. Period. So I don't base it off of that situation. I thought that we just played basketball. I won. I never seen a conflict.
But you saw me walking home. I left. I literally walked on the opposite side of the street.
I thought you were just mad that you got your ass bust.
Either way, but let's say that's the truth. That's still a conflict.
That is the truth, nigga. You lost, but shit. You lost. You walked outside the street.
Rolling outside the street like, yeah, my motherfucking daddy want me to play. Look at me out here cooking niggas.
I'm over here fucking towing him and shit. He even forgot the shirt. Nigga walking with his beater on. Leave his old school shirt. What?
Yeah, I walked, but that's my point. So clearly there was a conflict there. Is what I'm saying.
Conflict for you though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
does he know? You understand what I'm saying though?
Yes, I get.
Because I'm saying even if you don't feel how I feel, there is a conflict there, obviously present because we didn't come here the same way we left. I mean, we didn't leave the same way we came here.
But I don't look like that. That's just our relationship. Like that.
I didn't say it's our relationship.
But that's what you say. You said like, all right, if there's not no conflict there, it don't really make a relationship stronger. Like for me, it was never no conflict there. So our relationship just goes stronger over time for how I feel, not from the conflict.
How I feel. That's how you perceive it. But I'm saying like without that, basically, I feel like without that conflict, we'd be like me and Lonzo, for example, who never had a relationship. Yeah, we did. Bro. When I got my phone, he was the first nigga I had his number. I would go to his house without y'all.
Does that mean I had a relationship?
Am I bugging?
Just because you got a nigga number don't mean y'all had a relationship.
I was going on to how we had. I'm saying I would go to his house without, like, you know how like you got group relationships, but then I've never been to Rickie's house with me and him.
Y'all never had a relationship to this podcast.
I'm talking about before. I'm talking about during high school. All right, let me frame it right. During high school, like for example, I never went to Rickie's house just me and him. I never did that. Right. But with Lonzo, I went to his house me and him without y'all. Like, or I would talk to him on the phone. We would converse just like that. But we never had conflict, like never, no type of conflict. And look where we are now.
That's because you never had like a real basic relationship.
No, I'm saying because we never had. What do you mean we had the same relationship? I had the same relationship with Alonzo that I had with you.
No, the fuck you did.
I did. Nigga, I just described it.
No, bro. Just because you went to a nigga crib without other people going and you had somebody's number, that don't mean you had a real relationship with them.
What other basis of relationship? I'm saying like there's. Everything I would do with y'all, I would do with him.
No, it don't be the same conversation. It don't be the same.
It was. You were talking about conversation I had with him.
It's like you want to talk about, oh yeah, I had a little slide go to my crib, then as well, my main shorty went to my crib. That's the same relationship. No, nigga, that ain't. How
you want to tell me the conversation we had? We had deep conversations about our life,
bro. Because I know this nigga. Y'all ain't no conversation, bro.
So, because that ain't your homie. That can't be his.
He tight. He jealous.
I'm jealous.
He said, "No, nigga, that one your man."
It wasn't.
How you know though? I'm scared.
Nigga, before this podcast, you ain't claimed this nigga. To this day.
Nigga, to this day. I'm telling you, like, during high school, it was different. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
You're probably getting two names confused, bro. That wasn't,
it
was John Rivera, bro.
No, it was Lonzo. Bro, I'm dead.
He was going to a lot of niggas' houses. I don't know.
A lot of Puerto Rican niggas' houses.
Real shit. But
you do got a Puerto Rican haircut, and then we said it.
This is real though. It's real,
John
bro.
Look a little Chinese. Look like he got a lo mein platter with that John. But I ain't
like a mob player 2K, but my fault, bro. My fault.
It's cool. You get your get back at the crib joke.
All right, though.
All right. To that nigga.
Raw, you went first. Heem, go ahead, spit your minute.
Yeah, spit your head.
I don't know why Raw always do this to me. He always gotta go on down the rabbit hole about an argument I just had. But anyway, conflict breeds relationship. It breeds foundation. He might think we have conflict, but he might be misconstruing the word conflict. It doesn't have to be a big falling out like you and a certain rapper friend we have. It don't gotta be like something like this. It could be
you say everybody's name, but you ain't say his name. Okay.
It could be certain small shit. Like it could be small shit like y'all might have a small disagreement and y'all was arguing for a little bit. Y'all might have said something personal and then y'all got past it. It can be something as simple as that. Without that, a relationship can't really thrive because I don't know where you really stand. And you might not see us having and I didn't name the second one, but it was the second one we had. But you might not see it as that way. But
when he said he was gonna come pick you up and call you, and he ain't
that's the second one. Then we got third one too. So yeah, Raw, you just anti-confrontation.
That's a conflict for itself.
You just an anti-confrontational, so you don't see it that way. But okay, go ahead.
I guess I am a little anti-conflict person, but same token, everybody that's my friends, they still value as my friends. I don't have to have a conflict with you to judge if this is a strong friendship or relationship that we have. I don't recall me or Ricky really having an argument or like a real like debate other than on this podcast, or probably we have something that Ricky probably just picked my mind to go ahead and just go pick the opposite side for real, just to see if I really stand on what I say for real. You do the same shit sometimes. Like, nigga, do you really believe what you say half of the time? Like, you go ahead, go on the opposite side just to debate with somebody. That don't mean it's like a real conflict. For me, I guess conflict probably do have a different meaning as far as like, it's like a strong argument. Like, we really having an argument for real, and then we come back and see if it come back together, if we could be stronger after that, or we just break apart. But my thing is that if we don't have a conflict, we don't have an argument, that don't mean that we have like any less of a relationship. Our relationship is based off of our love for each other, our trust for each other, and it takes time for how we perceive our relationship is, honestly. You feel me?
Okay. I just feel like he misconstruing the word conflict. I don't know.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another great
look
debate.
Up the damn definition of conflict, nigga.
Do relationships need conflicts to thrive?
No.
Yes, they do.
No, nigga.
We didn't even do the bell thing, but it's cool. I'm doing the next one.
Who won this one, Rick?
Yeah, like I said, I was in the middle, but I'm gonna have to go with Raw. I truly believe that you don't really need conflict to see what somebody lie. I mean, it does help, but I don't think you need it. So if that was the debate, I'm giving it to Raw this time.
Do you have any relationship that's still standing? You want to say you anyway? Never mind.
What?
That's still standing that you never had a conflict with.
Man, you ain't never had, well, except for
just recently.
That made our relationship stronger.
Just recent though.
No, he did. That's one to rumble too.
It's very. I'm saying, but like even then, but like, I feel like now I can go to Rickie house without you.
You ain't feel like you could before?
Not really. Like it's
because like the relationship, like he said, it really wasn't there. Like we had a relationship, but it was kind of like through you, but now like we kind of got our own personal relationship
because of that fucking little ass argument.
No. Obviously, because I was about to say we're friends, but we never had a conflict. But that was a conflict.
Y'all niggas with a dog decent and all that, but now after y'all had a conflict, now you can go to his crib and play 2K.
I'm saying before it was before. Once we started the podcast, our relationship grew. Oh, yeah. I mean, but I'm saying like it's standing. I'm in his wedding now. I wasn't in his wedding before.
Nigga, you still reserved.
Don't speak for me.
You told me. As the best
man. On the next one, we got, should squatter rights be eliminated? You know what I'm thinking? They shouldn't.
Fuck the homeless niggas.
Squatters' rights. I have no idea what squatters' rights. I'm just going to be the moderator here. All right. I mean, we might look. I'm gonna look up the definition as we progress in. But how y'all feel about squatters' rights? Because you're a landlord now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you might be a landlord one day because I mean when you get I mean, so what's your feelings about squatters' rights? And I look up why y'all talking about it.
For me, squatter rights, I feel as though it should be abandoned. Like that's just bullshit to me, honestly. Like nigga, you got a crib. You know, say something happened to me, I get sick or whatever like that, and I probably wind up passing away, and then, you know, my family probably all the way in North Carolina, and then you telling me that you come stay at my crib for 3 years and shit like that, and you talking about now you own my crib because you've been there 3 years, that's bullshit. Like, my family probably was going to wind up getting to it. They just didn't have the time. They didn't have the money to actually get my crib up and running for real, get back up to date. Like, give it time. Like, no, don't just do that. Like, no, fuck squatter rights.
I mean, just like Christopher Columbus, if I discovered it, it should be mine. Wasn't nobody here when I said dids. So there you go. I now make this house mine.
But the thing is, motherfuckers was here.
Now they was gone.
He just named the shit and he had more motherfuckers.
Just like the house is yours.
There was a video going around with a nigga who got in the crib. I think he was going to buy it for $1 because
because all he had to do was go sign his name.
Go sign his name, but he wouldn't leave until after a certain amount of time went by. That was the house was like what, $500,000?
Yeah, he was living in a rich neighborhood.
That shit was. I'm gonna link that video in the description, yo. I gotta see that shit. That shit's crazy. But all right, before we get into the debate, I'm gonna let the listeners know what squatters' rights are, so we can have a basis.
Just remember, squatter rights is different in every city and state.
I'm gonna give y'all the basis of what squatters' rights is. I mean, obviously, so y'all get into the differences and shit.
Okay.
All right. So it's called adverse possession laws. After paying the homeowners association fees, taxes, and other costs associated with the property after a set period of time, to obtain ownership of the property. That's what. Damn, I'm acting like Rock can't even read. After the
You
time
act like
period,
you act like Mayweather.
right? After the time period outlined under the state's whatever state, like you said, each state is different. Adverse possession law is passed. If the squatters remain, the individual who pays the property taxes and utilities will be legally able to gain the title. Damn.
Yeah.
What the? That's what squatters rights is?
Yes.
I'm about to go find me an abandoned.
It don't even have to be abandoned. Just find somebody's summer home.
That's great. Okay, this period can vary from 7 to 20 years. Okay.
Depending on the state. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is a 21-year state. So
okay, so open the arguments. Rick, you always want to go first, so
yeah,
here you go.
Let's get it. The champ is back. But squatters' rights. I mean, they're basic human rights. I mean, the way it's set up, you're not just being given anything. Like, they have to put in the work, put in the time, and their own money. So if you can do all these three things to attain something, then why not? It's yours. Squatters, like, they call it squatters, but it's based off of lazy landlords. You wouldn't have squatters if you was doing your due diligence. So if people put in their time, their money, which you did and you lacked thereof, damn, I'm just like that.
Not bad, bro.
But when it's cool, I get into my argument. You fucked me up with that one. Go ahead, Ro.
Go ahead, Ro. What you?
Squatter rights, man. He talking about it's human rights. It's not human rights. You just basically in my property without my authorization at all. You just living there rent free, honestly. You probably not even living there, honestly. You probably go ahead and fix up the property, act like you're living there the whole time, and you coming back and forth and shit like that to a certain amount of time, and then paying my taxes on my house. Then say, yeah, I was living here the whole time, so this should be my property now. I fixed up the property for him. No, maybe I was getting my shit together and everything like that. I probably was sick. I probably had COVID or anything like that back at home. But shit, no, you shouldn't have my house. Did you put my down payment down? Did you go ahead and you make sure my kids were straight? Well, fucking after you got my house or anything like that, it's certain things that I was doing for this house. I had the whole house lined up. But you think because you've been staying here all this time that you should have my house? Bullshit to me. Get out.
You ready?
Yeah, I mean, you would. Oh, hit the bell.
Come on.
Let's get it.
First thing is first, you probably won't have COVID if you just get the goddamn vaccine, but that's neither here nor
Can't you still get COVID? Come on.
You still can, but it's a lesser percent. But all I'm saying is, you saying, did you do anything for my kids? Am I supposed to, nigga?
No.
I'm trying to take this shit. The fuck?
But you said, right, that that's true. I should never bring kids in. Kids ain't got shit to do with a house. I got personal. I'm thinking about my legacy.
Right. Bitch, I'm thinking about this house. It's mine.
You saying that you put your money into it. Why you just come buy your own house then you put your money into it?
Would you rather spend $3,000 or $300,000? 3,000 it is. Boom.
That's why I say it's bullshit. You shouldn't be able to own my house if I put $300,000
That's true.
in this whole
But
time.
I shouldn't even be able to be in your house if you was a legit landlord. If you was checking it on a regular basis, if you was showing up, people and then what squatters' rights is, you have to be living in this place for a certain amount of years. There's not months, there's years. So for me to be in a certain place and you're trying to say it's yours, oh yeah, it's yours, but I've been here for a certain amount of years. Now it's mine. Right. I've been taking care of your responsibilities.
I'm gonna let you retort before I give my bell.
That's cool. Don't spice it up. Because sometimes he said it's about fucking bad landlords, but sometimes it's not about bad landlords. Sometimes you got family that's from Mississippi. Yeah, anybody that's from Mississippi, one of your older people that's from Mississippi that passed away, they give you the house and everything like that. Shit, probably take you some time to go to that house and fix up the house the whole time. Shit, you about to get married. Shit, probably next year you probably start a family. Yeah. Shit, you probably still gotta pay off your student loans. Your girl probably gotta pay her student loans. You probably don't get to it probably for another 5 years. Not saying that it's right. But same token, you probably take time to get to it. So you telling me the whole time the squatter staying at your house, fixing up your house and shit like that. Now that you ready to get to the house and everything, that they can go into the office and say, yeah, I've been doing this the whole time. I've been living here the whole time. This should be my house. No, because same token, my fucking aunt paid this house off. She paid $300,000 off for this house. She put all this hard work and equity and sweat into this house, honestly. You feel me? Shit, and she probably didn't even just pass down that one house to you. She probably got 5 other houses that she passed it down to you. You just can't afford everything at one time. But now you got the resources that you can do it. You lined up all the places that you can do certain shit like that.
So that's the superpower right there.
Yeah. When he hit you with that arm, boy, that's a new rock.
I learned that last week from Dr. Umar.
It must be the seat.
It must be the seat.
But I understand what you're saying. But when you when you inherit these type of things, you have to move forward. Prime example: my great grandma left her grandkid, well, no, her kids, which would be my grandmother. My great grandmother left her kids her property. So it was only 2 kids left. It was my grandma and her sister. Her sister passed, so everything went to my grandma. Mm-hmm. My grandma right now is in the midst of giving it. Well, not in the midst. She already gave it to my mother. So my mom, granted, this property is in South Carolina. South Carolina. Granted, she can't go there regularly. What should she do? She got security system set up on the property. Granted, even if you can't be at the property physically, you can have your shit set up to where you can watch the property. So
can I speak right quick? I don't want to cut you off, but I want to get to that point right there. You said they had security system set up.
Yeah.
Now I got security system set up at my house. And you know what happened? They took my fucking security system right off. And I live in the bitch.
But I'm saying,
don't tell me why I know goddamn security system, Craig.
All right, but when they took the security system off, you knew when they took the security system off?
Nigga, they blinded with a fucking light. They flashed a light in front of the camera, nigga, and took it off. I couldn't see shit. I thought it was just sunny out there, bitch.
No, but what I'm saying is when they did this thing, it alerted you because when you went to check on your property, you couldn't see, right?
Yeah.
So that's
they didn't alert me nothing.
But I'm just saying, when you checked on your property, it was within a couple of days, not a couple of months or a couple of years. My whole thing is with that security system, if it's tampered with, you can send somebody out to your property. You can either catch a flight to go check on your property. My whole thing is be mindful of the things you're doing. You want to tell me no, there shouldn't be no squatters' rights when you're not doing your due diligence to keep your property. If I want your property more than you, it should be mine.
All right, so let me
you want me to tell you why? Hold up, Keem. You know what motherfuckers that squatters is like you that's all hungry they do?
God damn, why me?
You sound like a hungry motherfucker. You talking about I pay $3,000 right here, $300,000.
And I will.
So you know what these motherfuckers do right now out here? Some motherfucker in Vegas, right? They just kill the motherfucker, bury them in the backyard of the house, and they claim squatter rights of their house.
Yeah, because the person is not there no more.
But you just killed me, so you go on my house.
Well, nigga, I ain't say how I did it. Listen,
to my next question.
He always want to get all technical and then what's right. He want to have a conscience and morals. I mean,
that's what this is about, though.
No. This is an argument. This is a dog-eat dog world. Ain't nothing about morals in this motherfucker.
Well, yeah, open discussion. Human rights.
Let me ask. Exactly. Yeah. Let me ask this question. Like, it leads me to my next question. What's the law? Like, educate me and the listeners on the laws associated with squatters' rights. Like, is there a breaking and entering law? Like,
so
you were breaking and entering.
You can get in a breaking and entering, but also you just have to prove it because they could be. So let's say the door was locked, right? You broke into that motherfucker. New locks cost $5 You go to Lowe's. So granted, he could come like this key doesn't even go to this. Oh yeah, I fixed that. It was hanging off the door. So now for me, just went from breaking to entering. No, I just fixed the house for him. So and then also, like you were saying in the beginning,
that's bullshit. You ain't fixed my house, nigga. That's still trespassing. You trespass.
Exactly.
The door is open. I came in here when nobody here. Yeah, granted, yes, but these are the laws. These are the laws. I'm telling you. You could go and say, this is what you did. Granted, the door was off. Wasn't nobody here. I came in here. I fixed in the door. They're going to ask you, well, how long was you living here? Then for you to have squatters' rights, like he said, it has to be within that time period. So that means somebody wasn't checking on this house within that time period.
7 years.
Yeah, so like how you gonna talk about trespassing? At that time, I know it gotta be a motherfucking what is it called? When you run out of time on a crime. Yeah, I know it had to be statute of limitations on this motherfucker. I live here now.
But still, even like for me, like see, for instance, right now, like God forbid anything happened to one of my family members, but shit, I got 3 other siblings and shit. You feel me? So it seems talking, I gotta go ahead and fight with 3 other siblings about who's gonna take care of this house. Who's gonna pass down this house? Because most of the time sign a will. Most times they don't sign. People don't plan their death, so we don't know what's gonna happen. So at the same time, that take a long period of time, and even we know with COVID. All the fucking court days got pushed back, honestly. So it's like, damn, we don't know what's going to happen next. And you telling me you've been here this whole time and shit like that, fixing up the property and everything like that. Shit, sometimes you probably ain't even got to fix the property up. Like you said, you probably go ahead and change the doorknob. You probably go ahead and put new windows in there. You probably put a little fan in there. But you've been there for 5 years and you can show the receipts that you've been doing such things. And you can say, listen, I've been doing this. I pay the taxes and shit like that. This is my house now. And they'll probably let you do it. But the whole time they know behind closed doors that we've been fighting to get this house and everything like that. But they don't want to hear that because nobody been attending to the house. They would go ahead and say, you got squatter rights, and that's not right.
But it's not right. Granted, I understand what you mean. But as I say all the time, this is not about being morally right. It's about if you know the law, you can break the law all the fucking time. Well, not break the law. You could bend the law to make it for you. That's what rich and powerful people do all the time. So if I have a way to bend the law to make it right for me, and like you said, y'all fighting. But in the midst of you fighting, why ain't you the one who going over there to check on the house periodically?
All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk because I'm still on the fence on who won in this joint, right? So I want it, and we got a few minutes left. So this is probably going to determine the winner right here. No question. States, but like, what's the base reason why you should be able to stay in his home?
Right. You want me to go first? You want me to
go first? First.
That's cool. I should be able to stay there if I'm already have my 7 years in, right? And he come back looking for a house, or his family come back looking for a house. One, I already been here for 7 years. That was negligence on you and your property. You didn't care enough for your property for 7 years. So now I know the law. Hey, I sit in here. I done changed the locks. Now this is mine. The right say with the aversion possession. I've been sitting here. Now, then, granted, I don't even have to pay the taxes yet because you could have up to 5 years on taxes for your house. So I don't have to pay them year by year. You can actually pay up to 5 years back and then pay them and give them a yearly stipend or whatever, and you could pay them bi-yearly and still be 5 years in the back. So
finders keepers.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that's all it is. My whole thing is, like I was saying, if I'm already in here for 7 years and you come see me 7 years, oh yeah, now we got something to talk about. 7 years is a lot. A lot of life didn't happen in 7 years.
That's true.
What did you think? But what did you think was going to happen with this house? 7 years, you have to maintain your house. If you ain't did nothing to your house in 3 years, that's bad for your house. Your house has to be maintained.
So you feel bad for the house.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta make it mine. I need it somewhere.
So you feel bad for the house, you saying?
Yeah,
the house ain't got no feelings, nigga.
He probably dry rotted in that motherfucker. He probably left a window open, the rain in the back.
Emotional detachment.
I wish you would have. Okay, I'm gonna give you that because I feel like I get what you're trying to say, but I'm not gonna help your point though. But go ahead.
Please don't.
I'm not gonna help your point. I get what he's trying to say though, but.
I hear what you're saying, that you talking about that shit. I've been gone for 7 years and shit like that. You feel like it's negligence, but what if it's somebody like me that probably got a good amount of money that I want to be bi-coastal? Like, okay. All right, I can live on the East Coast in the summertime and the West Coast in the wintertime. I go over to the wintertime and shit like that, and I go over there. But whole time, you know my whole schedule. You know when I'm coming over there. So you get out of there when it's time for me to come. And then when I leave, you come back in there and you squat again. But you clean that shit up and make sure that you don't have shit in there to show for real. All you got to show as for a squatter, right? All you got to show is a receipt that proof that you paid for certain shit, but you don't have to show the address of the proof that you paid for certain shit. You feel me? You can show proof that you paid for a ceiling fan, doorknobs, and shit like that. The whole time, that shit could have been to your granny crib the whole time. So the same token is like, I hear what you're saying that it should be all right because shit, I wasn't doing the due diligence, but I'm bi-coastal. I'm probably paying due diligence to my house from right here, and then the wintertime I'm there, and it's my house no matter what. You didn't put no money down for referral in my house. You didn't put no effort in my house. But you could have went to another crib, buy your own crib.
Just like you said, you bi-coastal. I don't know any motherfucker, and I'm not bi-coastal, so I could be wrong, but I'm just speaking from experience, I guess. There is none. But you can't come into a house, like, even, let's say you go on a trip for a week. You know how you left your house. Ain't no amount of cleaning you gonna do to say, hey, I'm gonna come back, all right, then I'm gonna leave this crib. I'll come back. Come on, you know how you live. Like, you know how you live personally, or how you clean up. So how you left your house and how you coming back to it. If it's two different things, then you should already know something's going on in your house. Now, let's say you want to be bi-coastal, or you just move somewhere else. Get a fucking property manager. Pay somebody. That's negligence on you.
But I'm paying property manager for it just to update my house. I'm paying the bills on my house. I don't have to pay a property manager to check up on my house.
You don't, but you do. Because if somebody's been sitting in there for 7 years, that means nobody has visited this house.
That means that you know my schedule. Like I said, that you left at that appropriate time. You know my schedule.
But what I'm saying is, it's not about knowing your schedule, because my whole thing is, if I do know your schedule and you keep coming back to this house and you know something's different with this house, or not even knowing your schedule, if I'm in your house, nigga, and it's fully good, I'm watching TV. So that mean to tell me you paying bills for somewhere you ain't even been? Shit. Like, I'm using the electric in this motherfucker. I don't have to pay a bill. That's still negligence on you.
Shit. Maybe I fucking even know that shit. I'm on a fifth schedule with electric. That I know this is the certain amount I pay each month, no matter if somebody using it or not. Because I probably even come back there probably one time that month or anything like that. I probably can still come back there anytime I want to. So even like you said that, you should know how you left your house. Yeah, I know how I left my house, but for the most time, shit, if I left my house from September to the next, what's that, May? Shit, I don't remember where the fuck I left the remote at, honestly. I left it on a chair. Shit, it probably got moved to the coffee table right there. It's probably a little different, but you know as well that you're going to clean up behind yourself so you don't make it a big difference. You feel me?
I'm still trying to grasp my head around your point, though. Well, I do want to ask you this, though. Like, what about...
I'm going to break it down to realistic terms that we know,
really,
right?
Like,
all right, so my mom got a crib at Kensington, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom had a crib at Kensington for 10 years before Kensington was actually Kensington, like all fucking raggedy and shit like that. My mom had fucking let my fucking whatever aunt stay at the crib. She left without my mom knowing and shit like that. Then when soon my aunt and them left, she had like smokers came in the crib, took the pipes out, took the windows, took all the fucking shit out that they get money for real. And then
I went to that crib.
Yes, they took everything out at the fucking crib. So that shit all the way busted and disgusted. All right, so my mom tried to get back on her feet and whole time like fix the crib up, shit by like small shit by small shit. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard to fix up small shit by small shit because same token, you got to maintain your own crib. So if a squatter is sitting there for 7 years while my mom trying to fix up small shit by small shit, certain motherfuckers will take that shit out and still go ahead and sell the parts or whatever like that, whether the pipes or anything like that. So you telling me while I'm trying to fix up my crib after they took this shit out, that you should be able to keep my crib after I just paid whatever, $40,000 for my house, $50,000 for my house, whatever that shit costs, right, because you've been here, staying here this whole time?
But what you saying is, and what you saying and what you not hearing is, you saying your mom fixing it up little by little. If she's fixing it up little by little and people still coming in and taking it, then you have to that's a security issue. Like how long is you gonna keep replacing the front door cause somebody done kicked the door in?
Shit, it's a security issue, but we all know as well, no matter how much security you got, it's still gonna get broken into. That's why fucking LA cribs getting broken into every fucking day.
That's true, but I'm saying for her to have squatters' rights. Well, it's been another great episode. Stick with us, rock with us. Next week we got something new for y'all. It's against your boy Uncle Ricky.
HeemDaddy, please hit the daddy.
As Raw TP Raw, they don't call me Raw for no reason. Remember, be yourself, trust yourself, love yourself at all times.
Yo.
There's only two possibilities.
I can't lose to these niggas that'll hurt me. I can't give a bitch a quickie off for 30. I can't go and cuss her out because she curved me. I can't say this shit again because she hurt me. I can't see my niggas starving. Hard for me to treat her like she treasure if she garbage. I can't never get ignored and keep on calling. Most that I could do to tell the truth is keep on falling. Dreaming in the latest or designer on. Bitches barely wanna fuck me with a condom on. I can hardly keep them on me, but they got me on. They try to play me when I pass them that Obama phone, yo. I can't let these niggas pass me. Knowing it's the money, I can't let these bitches gas me. Would you being bougie, bitch, excuse me, what you ask me? Where the fuck was you when my back room was looking nasty?